is Jeffrey Metz. I'm from Bakersfield, California, and I was born with cerebral palsy. This summer, I did something for the very first time. I flew on a plane by myself. I took that plane from Los Angeles International Airport to Orlando, Florida, so I could take a road trip with my uncle and my cousin to Pennsylvania. I went to Pennsylvania so I could visit the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp for the very first time. As you could imagine, I was so excited. But when I got to the Steelers training camp, I received some terrible news. For one reason or another, they couldn't accommodate me with a wheelchair. But I wasn't going to let that hold me back from my ultimate goal. That goal being to meet Big Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I started my mission. I climbed down 2 hills on these crutches and got to the very top of the grandstand where I could look down at the field. I thought to myself, to get his autograph and to meet him, I'd have to get to him as close as I could. So what I did was I walked down the 30 steps of the grandstand to the very bottom. That's where I got to the field level. Now at the field level, there was a crowd of people, and I had to figure out some way to maneuver myself to the very front of that crowd in hopes that he would see me wearing the same exact jersey. As I maneuvered through the crowd, I kept asking people to move and to help me get to where I needed to be. Some people were generous, some not so much. As I was walking through the crowd, people kept giving me advice. They kept telling me, throw your football at him, throw your shoe at him, get his attention somehow, some way. Thankfully, a kind gentleman with 3 girls let me stand next to him at the very front of the fence, right next to the field. I stood and I waited. I stuck my football out that I had in hopes that he would sign it. And a couple minutes later, he signed it and he gave it back to me. It was this exact football right here. You could see his autograph at the very bottom. Now, when he signed it to me, I became so overwhelmed with emotion that I began to tear up, knowing that my hard work of getting down those steps and over those hills finally paid off. I reached to my uncle, who was standing right behind me, and we embraced for what seemed like an eternity. While Roethlisberger went about his day, signing his autographs as usual. Then he came back to me, and he asked me what was wrong. And I told him I traveled all this way to Pennsylvania on my crutches so I could see you. Then he asked me where I was parked. I told him back on top of the hill. And I told him I didn't know how I was going to get back up there. He told me not to worry because he got me a golf cart. And he told me, Jeffrey, I'm going to ride in that golf cart with you back to your car. And we did just that. And my uncle came along for the ride as well. I was so overwhelmed with emotion still, as you could imagine. I finally met the one person that I always wanted to meet. I hope he knows how much meeting him meant to me. That's why I call this the miracle in Pennsylvania. Because it was a miracle after all the struggles that I went through that I met him. He also gave me this shoe right here for my troubles. He told me to hang on to it and God bless, and we went about our way. That was the day my life changed forever. Now, I've always had a dream of being able to speak with other kids with disabilities, whether it be a physical disability or a mental disability. I would like to one day travel the country and speak to them, offering them words of encouragement. I can't do that alone, though, you see. So I would need some donations. Whether it be $2, $5, $10, $20, no matter the amount, every little bit helps. If you would like to donate, there's a link to donate in the description. If you don't want to donate, or you can't donate, your prayers will be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching this video. Please like it, comment, share it with a friend, do whatever you have to do. All your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.